trying something new. I'm going to try and sort of vlog my way through the next few days, because it's been an eventful few days, and I think the next probably 8 or 9 days are going to be even more so. So I figured I'd check in. It is, as I'm recording this, it is Friday the 15th of September. I'm just on my lunch break going to grab some food from my day job. And tonight I've got Southern Wrestling Federation. It's the second week of September to remember. It's going to be a really good show. I think we've got 4 title matches on the card tonight. Tomorrow night, I'm driving out to Hohenwald for my first show with New Revolution Wrestling, which is going to be awesome. 2 more title matches, 2 cage matches. It'll be my first time introducing a cage match, so that's awesome. But in terms of like big stuff happening, I mean, those are both big shows. Monday, 4 days ago, I officially removed myself from all the FXC social media. FXC Wrestling Academy was where I went, and I kind of kickstarted my wrestling career. Made some really great connections there. Met some really very cool guys that I'm so glad that I get to work with on the independent scene now. So I'm grateful for the experience that I had there. But I was an admin on the Facebook page and on a couple of the group chats, and since I just don't really have the time now that I'm getting more bookings to be going out to the classes, I figured it's probably not fair to the guys who actually are there for me to be kind of holding on to all of that. So I removed myself from all of that. That was Monday night. No big deal. Got a couple of texts like, "Hey, what happened?" Nothing happened. I left. I did what I wanted to do there. So that was Monday night. Tuesday night, I got a Facebook message from a wrestler. I'm not sure if he's going to want me to call him out by name, but it's a local-ish guy. He's based out of North Carolina, but he does a lot of shows in Tennessee. I knew him by reputation, but I never actually met him, right? So he messaged me. He was like, "Hey, so the School of Morton, Ricky Morton's school in Chuckey, Tennessee, yeah? Well, they're in the process of upgrading their production, getting ready for some pretty big news, and I want to, get you in there." Oh, okay, cool. So he had seen a hype video that I had helped make for New Revolution for this weekend's show, and I guess he had seen it. I don't know how it crossed his path, but he saw it. He passed it on to the promoter. So the promoter from SOM also reached out to me and basically made me an offer. And so I'm holding out. This isn't getting posted for probably a week. So by this point, it will have already happened. But that was when he told me that School of Morton was coming to Fight TV, which is a huge deal. Fight is one of the biggest pay-per-view promoters out there. There's so much wrestling, there's so much boxing, MMA, football, all kinds of stuff on Fight. But yeah, so he told me, "Hey, we would like you to come out to our taping next weekend." So that happened Tuesday night. Wednesday was when they officially announced the deal with Fight. And then last night I got a message from the promoter being like, "Hey, do you have a headshot?" The only headshot I had is from when I started at FXE last April, and that was a little outdated. It was, I don't know, 10 pounds ago, and it's time for a new one. Fortunately, I'm married to a phenomenal photographer. She's had a wedding photography business since 2012, 2013. I can't remember when the business started. But yeah, she's fantastic. So I had her make up a new headshot for me that I could send over that they could put in promotional materials to hype up the new shows. So I'm going to be one of the announcers on Revolution, which is one of the new shows that they're launching on Fight. as well as now joining the commentary team for their ongoing Agoji series, which is a really interesting concept. Think like Gauntlet match meets Lumberjack match meets the Royal Rumble. It's a really cool concept, and so I'm excited to be part of the announce team for that show now as well. I think, again, this will be coming out after that first taping has already happened, but I think I'm probably also going to be doing some interviews. So I don't know if those will be backstage or ringside or what. But that's been a lot of my last couple of days is getting stuff ready for that. Because Chucky it's a nearly 4-hour drive for me, plus across time zones. So it's going to be kind of an all-day affair next Sunday. But I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for this weekend's shows, like this SWF show. There's a lot of matches on the show that have been kind of a long time coming. So I'm stoked to be there to introduce everybody for that. Saturday, Caged Consequences, like that deal came together weeks ago, maybe even months ago at this point. So I'm really excited to be there for that. It looks like I'm probably going to be part of, unless something changes between now and then, there's a new promotion launching next year in Tennessee called TriStar Wrestling. The promoter there has been, he's been really cool to me, and it looks like I'm their guy for that too. So that kind of happened Wednesday also, when I got messaged about that. I knew that show was coming, but I didn't realize that he, was planning to use me until all of a sudden in the group chat. So yeah, it was a really exciting week for me, the last few days especially. It was really weird because it was like one door closing and then like 3 doors all opening simultaneously. So I'm really excited. This weekend's going to be awesome. Next Sunday is going to be an exhausting day. Like, I'm expecting to be gone from like 8:30 a.m. to midnight. But just with the 8 hours of drive, plus we're taping 3 shows, it's a really exciting time for me. And I hope you all join me for the ride. I am in the car again on my way to Tullahoma for tonight's SWF show, which is going to be a blast. I cannot wait. Things have changed since last we spoke. I was talking on my lunch break earlier about how I was excited for my first doubleheader weekend this weekend, about how I was excited that for the first time I have a show tonight and tomorrow night, tomorrow being Saturday the 16th. Just a little bit ago I found out that tomorrow night's show is canceled. So I'm not going to get into why, but so I'm back to a single header, which is fine. Would have been nice to get another show under my belt, but them's the breaks sometimes, right? So yeah, that's just a little update for now. Not really any other news to print other than, on my way to SWF. SWF has just been great to me since I started there 4 months ago, and I'm super grateful to Yukon Jack and Shane Morton and DJ Arp and everybody there that's been so supportive of me since I started. Little perspective today after that show getting canceled tomorrow is it's not a bad thing. So had a really good few days in a row there with good news after good news after good news. Something was bound to happen, and if this is the worst thing, I'm okay with that. So I'll do another update probably when I'm driving home from the show tonight, just kind of talking about what happened, and then we'll take it from there. Hey, so it is Friday night. It is about 10 to 11 at night. I am driving home from the SWF show. It was a really good show. It wasn't the show that we had advertised because there was some scheduling conflicts, but I think Shane Morton and Yukon Jack did an excellent job of making the pieces fit. Both of the main events that we advertised happened, and they were really good. The triple threat main event between Flynn Hendricks, when he's defending the AIWF TV title against Poncho and Tavon Jordan. And it was a really good match. The crowd was really into it. They hated Flynn. They loved Tavon. They called Poncho a crybaby for 10 minutes straight. Tavon is a good friend of mine. He and I trained together, and so I kind of helped him get his foot in the door at the SWF. Made the intros to Yukon and DJ and Shane. And, and he, after like 2 months, he's already their number one babyface. It's awesome. But Tavon has paid that forward for me a millionfold. I have so many very cool opportunities coming up in the next couple of weeks, and, going forward, it's a really exciting time to be me. SWF, that crowd is wild. That crowd is loud. There was a gaggle of little kids who were yelling things at some of the wrestlers that were words that they probably shouldn't know. And I don't just mean the 7 dirty words, Carlin's old routine. No, there was a lot more homophobia, which, I guess, depending on how you're raised, that's just something you hear at that age, but it wasn't cool, and it was, anytime there was a hint of pink in a wrestler's gear or whatever, they started chanting it, and so that was weird. That wasn't cool. I hope that somebody talks to those kids, or just doesn't bring those kids, quite frankly, because that kind of stuff doesn't really have a place in wrestling anymore. It's not, it's not 1985 anymore. As a society, we have evolved beyond that, I thought. But hey, anyway. That was not a rabbit hole I intended to go down on this. This is supposed to be a kind of lighthearted vlog about the life of a wrestling announcer on what I'm hoping is the come up. So I talked to Shane Morton tonight, who's one of Ricky's trainees. And I think they're related. I'm not positive. So after that conversation, now I have Ricky Morton's phone number. According to Shane, he wants me to call him. I did have to double check with a third party to make sure that the number, that it wasn't a rib, that he hadn't given me like a phone sex line or something, because I would not put that past Shane. But nope, it's Ricky's shoot number, so now I have one half of the Hall of Fame Tag Team the Rock and Roll Express's phone number, which, add that to Jerry Lynn and Tom Latimer. It's just really weird being me right now. If you told me a year and a half ago this would be my life, I would, there's no way I would have believed it. But yeah, SWF show, a lot of fun tonight. I love going out there. I'm so glad that the upcoming opportunities I've got are on Sundays so far, are looking like they're going to be pretty well booked, which means I don't have to stop going to SWF, because I would love to keep going there for as long as I'm able to. Shane basically told me, don't give up on good stuff. Like, I won't, but this is good stuff. I love working for the SWF. But, I'm hoping onward and upward. I'm going to call Ricky this weekend. I'm going to call Ricky Morton. How weird is that? I'm going to call Ricky Morton this weekend because he asked me to. Well, he asked somebody to ask me to. Yeah, it's really surreal. This, having one of those moments where it kind of hits me that this is my life now. A year and a half ago, I was not in a great place mentally. I liked my day job just fine. My marriage is phenomenal. My family's fantastic. always kind of struggled with depression and anxiety, and I just was, I was closing in on 40 years old, and I was just kind of drifting. And then I wound up going to FXE, and kind of reignited a passion I didn't know was lost. Like it was, I was that 23-year-old kid getting screwed over by the promoter in Bay City, Michigan. Only now I was in it. Like I was hanging out there. Like I'm gonna probably put up the picture if I can find it. But like I was essentially in a war room with like Jerry Lynn and Magic Jake DeMoss and Tom Latimer and Camille trying to book a show. And that's just so surreal. I got to call an Action Mike Jackson matches this summer. And then going to Ricky Morton's school. It's wild how one decision can change everything. And the way it was going through my head when I saw, because the reason I found FXC in the first place was I followed Jerry Lynn on Twitter, and he tweeted about it. So I'm so glad that I took that plunge and called and went in and, did the thing. Because I didn't want to be 70 and thinking, man, when I was 39, I wish I would have picked up the phone, or I wish I would have sent an email. And I did. And now I'm here. So, guys, it was at the risk of being corny. It's never too late. It's sometimes the things that made you happy when you were younger can still be the things that make you happy when you're an adult. You don't have to give up you don't have to give up your youth just because you're not young anymore. But I mean, I'm feeling younger at 41 than I did at 37. So things are good. Life is good. And I'm gonna leave it on that. Next time I pop on for the vlog, I will have had professional headshots made, and that also probably means that I will have officially been announced as part of SOM's broadcast team, which also probably means I will have talked on the phone to Rock and Roll Ricky Morton. I was supposed to be in Hohenwald right now, working the New Revolution Wrestling show. Of course, I mentioned yesterday that show got canceled, and it sounds like that promotion is done, which is a shame. Because it was going to be my first non-SWF show. But hey, onwards and upwards. I've got School of Morton next week. Those tapings for Fight TV. Very excited about that. So today, I tried calling Ricky, like Shane suggested. I tried calling Ricky Morton, left him a voicemail, haven't heard back. So I know last night I said, next time we talk, I'll have talked to Ricky Morton. I haven't talked to Ricky Morton, but I left Ricky Morton a voicemail. So, hey, I got Ricky Morton's phone number. Got some headshots taken for promotional materials and for the website. So that was an adventure. My wife's a professional photographer, but we just decided to do it at home. And so we were working with kind of limited resources, and it was fun. It was fun, but it was probably different than it would have been if I'd hired somebody. But my wife does fantastic work, and they came out looking great, despite us just shooting them at the landing at the top of our stairs. Let's see what else. I shot some stuff for YouTube. Sporkle Saturday next week. I say next week. By the time this comes out, you will have seen it. I did the WWE Champions redo, or redux. I've never known how to pronounce that word. I've only ever seen it in print. I did that. Sorry for the sniffles. My allergies are killing me right now for some reason. I think probably the temperature change. So I did that. I shot a couple React videos. I've never done React videos before, but I'm gonna jump on a decade-old trend that I think people are still watching React videos. They're still watching React videos, right? I mean, I am. So I reacted to a top 20 worst finishers of all time, and just an oh my god compilation. So those were fun. I'm not sure when those are going to get posted. They may be up by the time you're watching this. So really the only thing, I'm still working on getting stuff together for, that was another thing I did today. As part of the preparation for the website, I'm trying to get testimonials from people I've worked with. And so I've already heard back from a couple people, just saying really kind things, which was, awesome. And I know, people inflate things when they're doing recommendations for people, but the people that have said they will do them for me, it's meant a lot to me, and so I'm glad to have those for the website. Also, really all that's left today, I compiled a lot of stuff for the website, but the last thing I need to do for the end of the night is I have the results from last night's SWF show, and I need to enter them into Cage Match because I do that every week. I'm trying to make another video about Cage Match, but I submitted some stuff last week that still isn't up, so I'm wondering if it's ever going to get up, in which case that video may never see the light of day. So, I guess it is what it is. It's wrestling. I've joked that if I'm ever going to get a tattoo, it's going to say card subject to change. So that's just kind of that may wind up being the title of my autobiography if I ever write one. But in the meantime, I'll check back in tomorrow with, whatever progress I maybe make during the day. Otherwise, yeah, I'll pop in next time there's something to say. Earlier today, the SOM Facebook page officially posted the broadcast team announcements. So it is official. Everybody knows the secret's out. I will be one of the announcers for 2 of School of Morton's shows coming to Fight TV. So that's really exciting. I mentioned it earlier in this video, but it's out there now, which is nice. I got a lot of, really nice messages from people congratulating me. It's a wild feeling. I talked on the phone to Ricky Morton this morning. It wasn't long, but that was Ricky Morton. On the other hand, car won't start. I think it's just a dead battery. So I've got a portable battery I'm using to charging it now, and then I'm gonna try and start it up here in a little bit. It's getting a little closer every time I try, so I think it just died. I'll be fine. I'm just glad it happened on a day off when I'm at home instead of, on the road, on the way, halfway through a 4-hour drive to Chucky for an SOM taping. So grateful for that. Grateful for the outpouring of support from all my friends and my family congratulating me. I really appreciate it. I am overwhelmed, but excited. It's going to be it's going to be a great experience. I can't wait to get started. But man, life is weird. I never would have thought I'd be doing this. If you'd asked me a year and a half ago what I'd be doing in September of 2023, I would not be saying this. And yet here I am, and I'm doing the damn thing. It's really exciting. So thanks to those of you that are sticking with it. I'm gonna keep adding to this as the week goes on, as further developments develop. And talk to you soon. It's Saturday morning, and so those of you that are keeping track, yes, it's been 6 days since the last one of these, and developments did develop. I got sick as a dog this week. I actually wound up missing last night's SWF show, which is the first time I've done that. I guess I missed it for my birthday last month, but for an illness in months, which sucks, because last night my dear friend Tavon Jordan won the SWF Openweight title, and I wasn't there to make the and new announcement. So a little crushed by that. I missed 2 days of work this week. Car's still in the shop. Theoretically, I should be able to go pick it up today, but I am cruising around in a rental the last few days, which is, not inexpensive. But hey, it's my first time driving a Prius, which is kind of interesting. I like the drive. I don't like trying to fit my 6'1", 280-pound frame into it. That's no fun, but I'm making it work. It's got Sirius radio, which I haven't had in like 9 years, so that's a nice little bonus. Just kind of hanging out with the Beatles all week because there's a Beatles channel now that there didn't used to be. Not much to report on the wrestling side other than missing yesterday's show, which royally sucked. I'm really bummed I missed that. But I'm feeling a little better today. I'm going to take it easy so that tomorrow I am up for what is looking like it's probably going to be about a 15-and-a-half-hour day between driving and taping and all of that. It occurred to me the other day that I need to leave extra early so that I have time to stop and get something for lunch on the way, because I'm not sure I'm going to get a chance to eat until after the last show is finished taping, which won't be until probably about 7 o'clock Eastern. So, yeah, it's going to be a long day, but it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I've been binging. One of the nice things about being sick is I can binge all of School of Morton stuff for the last few months, familiarize myself with the characters and the stories. So hopefully I can kind of hit the ground running tomorrow. I guess that's really all there is to talk about today. New episode of Sporkle Saturday hasn't dropped yet as of the time I'm recording this, so I don't know how well that one did, but we will see. In the coming weeks. I'll probably be recording the new one, I don't know, probably after work Monday or so. Aside from that, I did have dinner with a couple of old friends from FXE, Connor Casey and Rory Miller. So it was nice to see them again. The three of us were the creative team at FXE for a while. But we all just kind of gone our separate ways, so we decided to reconnect and have dinner at a really cool taco place in Antioch. Yeah, that was, went and had dinner and talked about life. Lots of cool stuff happening in everybody's lives. Can't really talk about some of it yet. But, follow them. They do cool stuff. And, I think that's really all I have. It's 10 o'clock Central. I'm not sure if I've crossed over time zones yet, but I am on my way to Chucky. I'm feeling a little better. I haven't been, sick all week, which is good because I've got a long day of calling wrestling ahead of me. I've actually still got a long day in the car ahead of me. I've still got probably about 2.5 hours left on this 4-hour drive, but just thought I'd check in. Next time I check in, I will have done the damn thing. I will have done the first. My first 3 tapings for SOM. We'll have done the Live Revolution and then 2 taped Goji series. I'm nervous, I'm anxious, but it's the good kind of nervous and anxious, not the, I gotta go to school tomorrow morning and I'm gonna get bullied when I get there kind of nervous and anxious. No, this is the, today is maybe the start of the next phase in my life, and that's the whole reason I'm doing this little vlog. Is I want to have a little time capsule of what I was doing, what I was feeling in what could be one of the most pivotal weeks of my life, and it's wild. I'm overwhelmed, but I think it's a really good situation for me. I think I'm a good fit. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that people take notice of what happens in Chucky this weekend. And like I said, this is the start of something big for me. Hey, Short and sweet. I am in the car on my way home. Man, I wish I could show some footage of tonight, but obviously for legal reasons I can't. If you are not already subscribing to Fight Plus, do it. It's $7.99 a month, or $70 for the year, and they're doing 7-day free trials if you just want to check out this week's episode. But anyway, God, that was fun. It was a real kind of high wire act with no net. There were some growing pains, but man, the team at SOM is awesome. I had a really good time, some really fun matches. Got to meet a lot of really interesting people. It was nice seeing a couple of my friends from the SWF. Cousin Condry and Mama Hannah were there. I loved them, so it was awesome to see them out there as well. But yeah, no, just a really, really fun night. It's a long drive home, but totally worth it. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to come down from this one, so it's probably a good thing I've got a long drive ahead of me, because I am pretty well wired. I don't know if the camera is getting the fuzzy chest, but I have completely unbuttoned my shirt. I am roasting. Also, I don't have much of a voice left, apparently. I didn't realize that until I started talking. I left it all on the screen tonight. So that was so much fun. I'm going to come back out again in 2 weeks, and we'll do it again. But yeah, this pretty much wraps up what has, up until this point, been, basically the most significant, week and a half or so of my burgeoning wrestling career, from getting the message about coming out here, getting involved with TriStar Wrestling, making all the connections, the Fight TV announcement. It's just been a whole lot of stuff going on over the course, and then of course getting sick for a couple of days, which sucked. But it's all kind of come to a head. Tonight was very much kind of the culmination of the whole thing, and I guess onward and upward from here. I'm excited to come back out in 2 weeks. I'm excited to get back to the SWF now that I'm feeling better, yeah, I'm open to whatever comes next. So thank you guys for joining me on this little mini vlog, walking through the last week and a half, 2 weeks or so. Yeah, it sounds like I'm getting choked up. No, I don't have much of a voice left. I don't really know how to end this other than thank you for watching up to this point. Thank you to everybody who had a hand in making the last week and a half happen. I truly appreciate it. I really am. I think, getting started in the industry at a, kind of advanced age, not a lot of guys breaking into the business at age 41, but I think it's helped give me some perspective, and just really appreciate everything that people have done for me to get me to this point. And it has not gone unnoticed, and I appreciate it.